Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, don't ignore it. Come see my explanation about sports psychology. But now, this time we will discuss about uh, attitude to sport. Introduce myself. My name is Laila Fadilah. My student number is 610141800 and 5. I'm from Physical Education International Class 2018 in Universitas Negeri Semarang. Table of content, I will explain about definition, attitude function, user attitude, personality factors, the theory of reasons, action, and the theory of planned behavior, and then the trans-theoretical models, and then finally strategies for changing attitude to in Indonesia, sport education has been underestimated so far. It turns out that there are many behavioral values that can be realized in real time if it is systematically played. In everyday, sports are often viewed as a medium for entertainment, leisure time, exercise, recreation, socialization activity, and improving health status. Physically, sports are proven to reduce the risk of disease, improve fitness, strengthen bones, manage body weight, and develop skills. However, the values that are more important in the context of of education and psychology, namely the formation of character and personality, are still not being paid attention to. A definition about attitude. Attitude are behaviors or movements that are seen and displayed in their interaction with the social environment. This interaction has a process of responding to each other, affecting each other, and adjusting each other to the social environment. Attitude can also be defined as a response to social stimuli that have been conditional to so that there is a tendency to act in accordance with that stimuli. And then attitude function, therefore, knowledge, ego defense function, and then utilitarian, and then value expressive function. Number one, the knowledge function, helping people organize and interpretasi new information. Knowledge function, where attitude is a scheme that facilitates that management and simplification in information processing by integrating exciting information with new information. So, that we can understand the object of attitudes and organize information related to easily. For example, study things diligently and don't stop until you find what you want to know. And then number two is ego defensive function. Attitude serves to maintain and increase self-esteem. For example, saying high grades in school will have no effect on work. Number three, utilitarian or instrumental function, giving us a general approach or avoidance tendencies, where attitudes help us achieve and desired goals. Example, changing the expression of something so that is supported by others. And then finally is value expressive function, where attitude is used a tool to express value and self-concept. For this function, attitude serves to introduce our value or belief to other people. For example, demonstrate our value and principle by taking a certain attitude towards a problem. Aspect to attitude, our attitude, they are cognitive dimension, affective dimension, and behavioral dimension. The cognitive dimension of attitude concern about our belief, and then the dimension of affective concern our feeling or emotion, and then the behavioral dimension of attitude concern our action. Measuring attitude, the actually there are 5, but in here I will explain only 2. Number 1, the Touchstone scale is a scale arranged by selecting item in the form of interval. Each item has a score k, and when sorted, the score k produces a equidistant score. An example of this Touchstone scale is to create a scale for several emotion words based on the intensity of the emotion. The number 2 scale Likert is to measure attitudes, opinion, and perception of a person or group of people about social phenomena. In research, the social phenomena has been determined by researchers who continue referred to as a research variable. Examples of this scale such as opinion, strongly agree, or disagree. And then personality factors. The number 1 is nature. Basic nature is all the potential that a person from his father and mother. This basic property is formed at conception, that is, when the seed is fertilized. This nature that is still potential influenced by factors. The number 2 is the parenatal environment. The parenatal environment is the environment in the mother's womb. The fertilized egg develops into an embryo in a parenatal environment. I'm sorry. Number 3 is individual difference. Individual difference are one of the factors that influence the socialization process. Since being born by the mother, the child will grow, develop as a unique individual and different from other individuals. This individual difference includes physical difference such as skin color, eye color, and hair, etc. The number 4 is environment, situation and condition around individuals that affect the socialization process can be divided into natural, cultural, and social environments. Environment conditions does not determine absolutely, but limits and influence human socialization. And the motivation is a power within an individual that moves themselves to do something, which can be divided into 2, namely encouragement and need. The theory of recent action and the theory of planned behavior. Each of these theories has 3 points whose content contradicts one another. In my opinion, its application can be flexible according to a characteristic of athlete. The trans-theoretical models. The trans-theoretical models is a heavier charge based on individual's readiness to take halt their action, provide strategies, or change processes, and help maintains. These models also seeks to unify and integrate the key construct of several theories, into a comprehensive behavior change model can be used in variety of behavior, population, and situation. And finally, strategy for changing attitudes. And the number one, join a community of sport lovers. You can swim, bike, soccer, Pancasila, etc. Because the environment is very influential on the development of attitudes. By joining the community, we will motivate ourselves to continue participating in community activities until it become habit. And then making a list activity. Making a list of activities will encourage yourself to complete it, because when you see the list but it hasn't been implemented, there will be something missing. Maybe first it feels heavy and even burden, but over time it will definitely become a habit. And then creating goals or objectives. With the goals someone wants to achieve has a reason to move, namely to achieve his goals. For example, the goal to change the diet, then he will plan his attitude, slowly increase fruit consumption and reduce, for example, reduce consumption of fried foods. Thank you. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.